What's your comment in this game, by the way? What to do after laning stage when they just keep running at you? Broodmother? Right? Off lane. What's your rank? Archon 5. Okay. Archon 5. And then, Broodmother.
If you want peace, you must prepare for war.
Okay.
If you want war, you must also prepare for war. The lesson is always prepare for war.
I'm going to get some water first again. I'm sorry. I just drink a lot of water, especially when I'm talking a lot as well, to stay hydrated. I'm going to slow down the game, and I actually want you to think about your game plan in here. Aside from your question of what to do after in the mid game or after the laning stage, basically. I want you to think about your laning stage, your itemization, everything that you could possibly tell me, or even questions in your head that you could ask me. Okay, I want you to think about those things, and then when I come back in here, let me know. All right, be right back. Anything? Fear? Nothing? Okay, well, this is an offlane Broodmother, which is really common.
30 seconds to battle.
Spin web, max charges. I actually played a couple of Broodmother in here, but I actually don't like the Broodmother in the current meta, especially in the offline, because for the most part, Broodmother is just gonna play like Aura. After level 6, the carry will be forced out of the lane, and just let the Broodmother farm everything in there. One thing to prevent the Broodmother in getting out of control is you try to block the camps nearby, so he can only farm the lane creeps, and also don't give the tier 2 early, if possible, because if you gave the tier 2, he will get access to the outpost, and the map control is gonna be a problem into the mid game. So if they're just running at you, I'm thinking here that the enemy managed to get farm and get the items that they need in order to take care of you and your spiderlings. So the question is how you are going to prevent that from happening in your Broodmother. And since you're playing against Drow Ranger, right? Drow Ranger and possibly Willow. I don't think Orb of Venom is really important or helpful in this lane. It's actually Magnus, which is understandable, because they want to have a way of clearing the creeps and then the spiders. Deny. So the best thing that you can do right now at this stage of the game is just get as much levels as you can. And so far, not looking good, because the Magnus managed to deny it. You should abuse the aggro. You should abuse the aggro like this. If you did this earlier, potentially you're able to last it the other creep as well. This is the bad thing about the Broodmother. The attack damage early on, 52 plus 12, only 64. But look at this fucking guy, 66. Killing Blade, 78. So it's really hard for you to last hit against Magnus, and since your webs are actually too far forward, you need to create one web in here. just for your laning. You need a web in here because you're not getting the bonus health region right now, and then the movement speed.
You understand that, right?
And yeah, always getting denied. You really need a web right now. AFK? What happened? Okay. AFK again.
First blood.
That's it. Nice, nice one. Right now you have the hunger,
The red
life
mist
still,
closes in.
but you need to attack the heroes in order to take advantage of it. Remember what I told you about the web in here? You should put a web in here. In that way, you don't need to spend those tangos like early on, and the enemy is actually pushing the wave because of the empower on the Magnus, and then he's been attacking the creeps. But yeah, you're not getting last hits as well. Another thing as well, if you want a better last hitting, you should go for Blightstone instead of the Orb of Venom. If you want to get a better last hitting in the early game. He can skewer you. Skewer? No skewer. Okay. He's gonna die? Ah, you didn't scare him. You should have scared him. You're actually playing the Broodmother very wrong in this lane fear. It's actually fine if you get bullied early game. It's actually fine if you get bullied early game, okay? But the conditions here is that you just need to get faster level 6. Get level 6 as soon as you can. If you're going to participate in those engagements like early on, you need to make sure that you're going to win. And the trade-off is actually is really beneficial to you because right now you don't have the hunger, you don't have sustain. You're buying Orb of Corrosion, and then you don't have any more golds for tank or salve. And then you went for the Silken Bola. Silken Bola is for the aggressive purposes, but if you go for another spin web, it's still gonna be used for aggressive purposes as well, because of the additional health regen
Can take all the hurt.
and movement speed as well, and then more charges on your webs. In that case, you are going to out sustain the enemy
You have a
and
gratitude.
outmaneuver the enemy since you are running faster. Yeah, you just need to get like faster levels, and then Silken Bola. You don't have the Soul Ring yet. I don't think you'll be able to sustain your mana in here. So yeah, you just focus on spin web, sustain yourself, and yeah, going for boots. Another thing that you could ask here as well, Fear, is try to ask for your AA to give you experience as much as you can, or as much as he can. Like here, at this point, the AA is just leeching experience from you. What you could ask the AA is to try to scout in here, or try to put vision in here. Maybe the enemy is stacking, or just stop this guy from pulling. In that way, you will get solo experience, like what happened to the Magnus. You're level 4 now. Magnus is almost level 5. Thanks for the gift, Jim. Although there's no notification, I think there's a problem with the Streamlabs. Yeah, this is not looking good. Level 4. And you're using your hunger just in this
Tower is
in this
under
area.
attack.
Although you don't actually need the sustain like immediately right there. Look at your health, you're still 700 out of 900. You can just stay in your web and then you'll get the bonus health regen. 7.9 plus 5 HP regen. This one, 40 seconds cooldown.
Under attack.
as long as you stay in your web, you don't have any cooldown. You will abuse it. Yeah. Abuse those little things.
War has come to Radiant's
This is 40
bottom
seconds. And mana as well. You don't have your soul ring yet. You're going for
Radiant's
boots.
bottom tower is under attack.
Level 4, level 5. Almost level 6 as well. Yep. Ignore the AA. Focus on getting levels. And look at your last setting as well. 16-1.
Radiant's
27-2.
tower is under attack.
It's almost 6 minutes
Are
now.
fortified.
Instead of rushing the orb of corrosion in this game or in this lane, since they rely so much on physical damage, I could go for the ring of protection instead. Rush soul ring instead, because you will have like bonus strength or health in the process. Why is there sentry in here? Do they think that you're going envy inside web? It feels like it. Yeah, this guy. Communication, fear. If your level 6 is delayed, you're not going to take the tower. And if you're not going to take tower, you are not going to apply pressure to the tier 2. And you're not going to farm faster as well. Because you're just right clicking. And if you're going to use the Silken Bola, you need to fight the enemy. Because it gives you a bonus miss chance. And the slow as well. And you died. Level 6, by the way.
The red mist spreads at Radiant's middle tower.
It's actually rare to see a Broodmother loses her lane. In those situations, it's not actually just on you. I could blame the AA as well, but of course it's not gonna achieve anything since the ancient operation is not the one asking for coaching. It's you. So I will blame you for not asking those things to your AA. Ask your AA to leave you alone, get levels first. Once you get level 6, you can easily do anything else like stacking, especially you have Luna in this game. I think you should, yeah. Bottom is getting engaged. Magnus can stay solo against you now. I don't think you can actually bully him out now.
I'll take that.
Soul Ring, yep. I'm going to fast forward the game because there's very little thing that we can talk in here since you lost the lane so hard. You lost the lane, you lost your timing. Broodmother is actually considered a cheese pick or cheese strat because that hero is activated much earlier compared to the other offlane or to the other heroes in the game. Go on the Dark Willow, threaten him with your spiders. Why the spiders are running away like almost immediately? Why are you so afraid? I mean, yeah, it's fine that you managed to bait them in.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Here at this point,
Dire's middle tower is
right,
not what it used to be. That's
send
for
your spiders to the Dark Willow. I think there's a problem with your micromanagement in here, like the selecting the units right there. It's going for RP. Yeah, you can actually back off a little in there. Silken Bola, yeah, miss chance, keep attacking, life still. Yeah. There's a lot of things that can work in there. First thing is the micromanagement. I suggest the hotkey. You should have this setting, like select all controlled units. So your hero and your summoned units or illusions or whatever will be selected immediately. And the other one is the select all other units in here. 2 it's basically going to control all of your spiders right there. Send the spiders to the Dark Willow and run away from the Magnus, and it's actually a good job if you did that thing. And you're going for Hood of Defiance, or basically Pipe. Checking into the enemy's draft though, the magical damage that they have is on Viper and then Dark Willow, and that's it. All of them will rely on physical damage, so I don't think that going for Pipe is gonna achieve much in this game. As for your Broodmother offlane, put web on the north. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I don't like the hood or the pipe in this game because it's only for magic barrier, you know, enemy physical, magical. Yeah, this is magical for sure. This is magical as well, but physical. So look at the net worth of the hero. Like both scores of the enemy is physical. Like 3 of them. I don't see any reason for you to go for the pipe in here. If you want to have to counter this physical assault from the enemy, I suggest you go for something like Greaves, because Greaves will give you armor. Okay, armor. And also it can dispel numerous spells from the enemy. It could dispel the poison attack stacks. It could dispel the track of the bounty hunter, the gust silence from the Drow Ranger, and also most of the spells of the Dark Willow could be dispelled by that Greaves. And yeah, you can actually just hide in here. Look at your spiders. Even though bounty hunter is only single target hero, your spiders are running away, which is not good. Because in any way, the bounty hunter cannot do anything against your spiders because he's only physical damage, unless you go for Battle Fury and then he goes clearing your spiders. But yeah, it's still a good thing though, because you're definitely creating space in this game, at least. But 12 minutes into the game, you haven't pushed a single tower yet, which is kind of bad. Go. Denied. Yeah, I think you really need to take care of your summon units, like your hotkeys. You're messing up. You're wasting a lot of time in there. Greaves, maybe Medallion of Courage as well, and then AC. You can even go for Orchid if you want to be kind of scaling. But I think those auras are fine, like Vlad's, Greaves, AC. I think it's enough. And then you just play around Luna, and then yeah, easy peasy. Detection? No? You could buy detection as well, like dusts. It's 80 golds. And if you're able to kill the target for like 200, 300, it's gonna be worth it. So yeah, this is a space graded. You force him to TP, or you force him to defend. But please get detection, please. Get detection, get sentries. How can you pressure the enemy if you cannot see them? Especially the bounty hunter, you know. If he is dying, that's the pressure right there. And another thing with the with your mana pool, I suggest you drop the Arcane Boots first, and then you use the Soul Ring. In that way, you will have more mana instead of just using the Soul Ring immediately. Try to remove all of your mana items or stats before using the Soul Ring. What are you doing, Z? Busy? You cannot kill this guy. He got second skill. Did he use second skill? Even so, he's using Terrorize, and yeah, you're going for Orchid, which is actually nice. Nice item to have in here. But if you're going to play if you're going to play Aura, you need to get the proper Aura items. Okay, mega kill now. You're making something happen now. But still, no detection for this bounty hunter, right? No detection on bounty. RP. Nice micro on the spiders. Go now. Silken Bola. Use the Silken Bola. Use the Silken Bola. Why you run away? Let's see it here. I think it's kind of overkill on the Viper. Sit here. I feel like you don't need to use your mana in here, like spawn spiralings to the Viper, because he is actually dying. He is dying. Chaos Meteor burn, and then you have your spiders near, and then you have your webs right here. So that ulti is kind of waste of mana and overkill. And yeah, don't run away. This bounty is only physical damage and single target. Go for the Magnus. Magnus. And then right click. Silken Bola. Yeah, too far now. Wait, why did you lose mana? That's why you lose your mana in here. Because you use your Pipe of Insight, even though they're physical damage, right? Physical damage. You use your pipe. That's why you lost your mana right there. Pipe is really not needed. I mean, here now it is needed because the Dark Willow uses the ulti, but since there's a lot of units like spiders in there, you still don't need the pipe in there. But yeah, I think if you reserve that spawn spider your OT earlier on the Viper and then use it to the Magnus or the Bounty Hunter, possibly that Magnus is dead because he's almost dead right there before you die, right? Only if that thing happens. But of course, it already happened. We cannot do anything about it. Where are you going next? Weaving some webs. You need to be there right now. You're wasting so much time. But yeah, still no detection though. Please get sentry or dusts against this bounty hunter. You're actually doing a great job. Just continue it. Just keep up the pressure. Don't stop from doing it. Nether Shawl. Okay. Magnus. Magnus. Micro. Spawn. Bounty Hunter, Willow showing mid. And you issued an attack to your spiders and then they're going to die. Yeah. Micromanagement. Send your... Nah, it's fine. It's dead. Yeah, I need that as well. Farm. If the Magnus is here, I think you should try to stop playing from him. And look at your spiders again. They're so quick and running away. You have so many spiders in here. But even if you are getting gone on by this Dark Willow, you never use your spiders to threaten this guy. Or even this guy. I assure you that they will melt against your spiders because there's a lot of them. Yeah, micromanagement is so bad. Get the... Nah, you didn't even get the... You just died. TP died again. I think it's time for you to stop playing top at this point of the game. I think. But yeah, you keep playing in here. You want to push? Okay. I think you should focus on finishing your orchid rather than pushing this tower. Because the enemy is alive and yeah, this thing happened. And all of the camps are gone. If you play in here, they can go on you again. But yeah, they don't have RP though. But they can just blink and skewer you. Farm, farm, farm. Yep. Finish your orchid. Finish your orchid. Magnus. He can easily kill your spiders. Do you play a lot of micro heroes, Fear? Something like Broodmother, Beastmaster, Meepo, Visage. Do you play a lot of micro heroes? You're dead. Ah, you're alive. Okay. Where's the Luna? Is still farming? Yep, you're dead. You got tracked in there, right? Why do you want to go back? So yeah, at this point, Fear, I think you really lost your timing for your Broodmother, and at this point of the game, you're gonna be just a creep with summon. Unless the enemy is kind of out of position, and then they are playing in your vision, that's the time that you can do something about it. You are at the enemy's mercy. Broodmother is the only one. That explains it, Fear, because the way that you micro your units and the way that you look around the minimap, it's kind of evident or obvious to me that you don't really play like micro heroes. So that's something that you really need to work on first. Heroes, this is ranked as well, right? So maybe try it in the unranked first before going into the rank. I assure you, if you manage to, you need to treat all of your units as your hero, as important as your hero as well. You need to treat it like that, because those units, even though they're easy to kill or they're not dealing a lot of damage, let's say with the Beastmaster, you know, any hero that requires micromanagement, like Chan and Enchantress, you know, if you manage to use it properly and treat it equally with a hero, you can do a lot with those heroes or with those units. I assure you. It's only a matter of practice. Like here, Beastmaster. I played those heroes like Enigma, guys with Necronomicons, and yeah. Most of the time, if there is the Broodmother, you should finish the tier 2 by like before 15 minutes, because if it goes longer, like 20 to 30 minutes, they can easily clear your spiders and then you kill your hero, even with free passing. So yeah, game is basically over at this point for your Broodmother. There's very limited thing that you can do right now with your Brood. And itemization wise, it's a big problem as well. Like, you rush the Orb of Corrosion so hard instead of trying to sustain the lane and then focus on getting level 6. Orb of Corrosion is only effective if you can hit the target. But if early on you're so weak, you cannot contest, you're not going to hit the enemy, right? And therefore, it's nullifying the effect of the item. And you played too long for the top lane. You played too long. When the enemy are responding to your push, to your Broodmother, it's actually nice, but you failed to recognize that your timing is gone. And yeah, when you play to the bottom, it's kind of like enemy is so ahead now. And yeah, GG. Do you have any questions to me, Fear? Just want to know. Any questions? I could suggest that you modify your hotkey in here. Like, let me show it to you.
Prepare for battle!
The main spiders are actually in my number 4. And yeah, spider right, or the spawned spiders are actually in my number 6. So in that sense, you can actually prioritize your micro or units. It's kind of a matter of muscle memory as well.
The web over your eyes.
If you keep repeating the same task over and over, you'll get used to it. When should I change the lanes? When the time that you... I think you just need to recognize if you're still strong enough to play in the top lane. And another thing is the vision game. You keep going to the top lane even though you don't have vision anymore, which is really hard, and there's bounty hunters scouting you guys. So, like what I've said, you need to buy detection to kill this bounty hunter, and sentry for the overall map control. If you follow the channel, like before, like 2 or 3 months ago, I've been playing a lot of micro heroes before they removed the Necronomicons. I'm playing, yeah, Beastmaster, Visage as well, kind of occasional. Enchantress, Chen, kinda. So yeah. Any other questions though? Just want to make sure. Um, Itemization is actually the biggest problem that I can see in there. Aside from occasional misusage of your spells and your of your and also your units. I think that's all that I could comment about your game. Thank you, Miling. If you don't have any questions, I'll go to the other requests.